I'm not going to talk about the ending, but oh my goodness, the ending. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. Part 1 of Season 5 of Money Heist is now on Netflix. We're going to talk about it in this spoiler-free review. If you guys would like a spoiler review on this channel, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get into it. So, at the beginning of Season 5, the professor faces off with Sierra as the stakes of the negotiations are raised when the army gets called in. And then in the past, Berlin meets with a family member. So one thing I love about this show is as often as we go back and explore the pasts, even of characters that aren't with us anymore, the development and the arcs are so good, they're so well written, that we still care. And I don't mind going away from the action every now and then, but that's not necessarily the case in the first 2 episodes. I mean, we get those flashbacks, but the action is so heavy, so prevalent within the first 2 episodes of Season 5. It is non-stop. Whether it be the pacing, what happens to certain characters, the way Episode 1 ends off, the way Episode 2 ends off, the professor is being absolutely tormented. I mean, he is just in the worst situation. As Sierra has him at gunpoint, basically making fun of him throughout the episode, telling this absolute genius that he's living like a rat. And as the professor is trying every way in the world to get himself out of this very intense situation, she's trying to get him convicted for terrorism. So his situation is dire. The position he is in almost feels impossible to get out of, like I said. And the show does such a great job at continuing to elevate and amplify those stakes throughout those first 2 episodes. Now, eventually we get some slower paced episodes in 3 and 4, a rousing finale in Episode 5. Episode 1 treats us to those flashbacks that I just mentioned. We get to see Berlin, and of course the police wanting the army to get involved, just like the professor says. But even within all of this madness, we still get those quieter moments as Tokyo is talking about the fact that she will never find love like what she had again. And these are the moments that are so impactful in the midst of all of this chaos, pure, unadulterated chaos. And this really is the result or series of results, the fallout of everything that we've seen so far. The one-on-one action scenes, the battles that we get to see, the infiltration of certain places, what is happening with Professor, what happens with other characters. And as you know, with this series, no one is safe. Well, they're safe while the plot needs them to be safe, but there's always something about a season of Money Heist that is so unexpected. And there are a few moments here. The end of Episode 1, the end of Episode 2, a moment in Episode 4, and then the finale, again, trying to tiptoe around spoilers, what leads us inevitably into Part 2, which will be the finale of everything. And looking into what actually happened is one of the absolute best parts and moments of what this season is giving us so far, leaving us off wanting more. That's exactly what Part 1 does. And I see exactly why Netflix or the creators in general decided to release it and do it in the way that they did, because it's just the ultimate cliffhanger, the heartbreak, the emotions that come from those characters and those scenes. It's all constructed so well. And Money Heist has always been a show that brings us a well-rounded cast, but moments between characters, and there's one moment in particular that really hit me. It's a phone call, kind of against the professor's will, but a phone call where he gets to tell each one of them individually something, and that hit me so hard because they're both groups, if you will, were in these dire situations at the time, and it was great. But on top of all of that, some of the best action we've seen from any season of Money Heist so far. I would say my biggest criticisms are those episodes that really start to slow down in the middle of the half of the season, trying to be specific here. They pick back up eventually, but I was really on board with the fast-paced nature of the first 2 episodes. So once we hit that lull, if you will, I'm like, okay, can we pick things back up? But it absolutely does, and the first part of Season 5 so far is so good, guys. And you know what happened, right? I can't wait to see part 2. Before I give you guys my loose score for part 1, again, things will change when we get part 2. Let me know down below, did you enjoy the 5 episodes that we got today of Money Heist? And if you like these Netflix reviews, you want more Money Heist coverage, drop your thumbs up. That tells me you'd like to see it. But at the end of the day, the intensity continues to pick up as we approach the finale of this series, and Season 5 keeps that momentum going. So far, I'm going in 80% with my score. But again, check back with me when we get the final few episodes of this season. Cannot wait. I don't know when exactly we're going to get them, but hopefully sooner rather than later, because again, the cliffhanger. I can't wait to see the finale of this series. You guys the best. I'll see you soon.